Okay, so we're gonna work on finding out how to do the equation to find out what A is. And to do that, we're gonna be looking at this formula. So if you take that top one, we've got the that y equals a plus bx. If we were to take that and we were to do some algebra, right, let me see, a plus bx, how would we get the a alone? Well, we would go minus bx minus bx, and then we would get the y, right? The approximate means for y, oops, sorry, that'd be a minus bx equals a, right? So this would be our new formula. If we were to write it differently, we would say the approximate mean for y, see, I keep putting that equal sign, minus bx. That's basically what this is saying, right? We've got a equals the mean for y minus b times x. So again, written out, we would say a equals, what is the y mean? The y mean, again, in our case, the y is the dependent variable. The dependent variable is for the weight. And the mean for the weight is 187.3. So we got 187.3 minus, what is the b? Well, we just figured out what the b was, right? 1.140261, and then times x. What is x? And, oh, I'm sorry, the x is the x with the bar over it, so it's the mean for x. And the x is our independent variable, and the mean is 27.6. 27.6. Alrighty, that would be complicated to do on a calculator, but basically if you did that, that's basically the handwritten equation. But the easier way, we always want the easier way. A equals, what did we have to take? We have to take the y mean. We've got the y mean. And it said minus b. We've got b over here. And then we have to times b by what? The x mean. So we got that over there. And we push enter and voila! Let's do one more. Okay, so we got A equals, okay, now I have to look, where's my y? My y mean is the weight, right? Weight mean, I don't even have that in the right place, equals y mean minus, what did we have to get? The b, this is the b, times the x mean, which is our, what is in this case is our height, is our independent variables mean. And then there we go, 147.590011. Okay, so that's it for, let me get rid of that, I don't even know what that's there for. Oh, never mind. Anyway, that's how we get the A value. And then the next video we're gonna do the R, which is, like I said, the more complicated one, because we're gonna have to do a lot for that. One thing that you can work on right now is we are going to need to have this A, and we're going to need to get it squared. We're also going to need this age times weight all finished for our next equation. So all the ages times the weight, or basically your independent variable times your dependent variable, all the way down, and then add them all up, sum it all up. You're also going to need to do your age. Each age you're going to need to square it, add it all up, and each of the weights you're going to need to square it and add it all up. So go ahead and, well, take some time to do that. I'll do just one together. For us it's the H. For this one, H times, or H, I'll just say HW, right? So how are we going to do that? We're going to take this one here, right? going to times it, put that star, times it by the W, right? Okay, then we're gonna add that up. And then we're gonna drag that down. Drag it down. Got it. And sorry, I'm doing this with one hand. Okay, and then we're gonna get the sum. Equals sum. Okay. And then we're going to take the sum of the first number to the last number. For me, again, I have to put that colon to make sure it's adding up all of those numbers. I'm glad I can see that it has the right numbers because they highlighted it. And there we go. I've got the sum of all of that, and I am going to fill mine up with yellow just like the other one, so I know that's the sum. And then I have the H, and I've squared each one, but I'm going to just go ahead and do the W too. I can't remember if we need it, but I think we do. So I've got the W squared, and I am going to take my equal sign, and I'm going to grab my total of my W, right? And how am I going to square it? Ugh. Why do you have to do that? Let me get that again. My W. Okay. Then I'm going to do the upper and the 2 for squaring it. I am going to add, bring that all down, and then I'm going to add it all up. Okay. What did I do? Oh, forgot to put in sum. Alright, let me do that all over again. Just, it's gonna get messy. No. Sum it up. Sum it all up. Alright, there we go. And I believe that's all we're gonna need for what we're gonna need to do next for the R. One more thing on this video. I think I forgot to mention that he wanted us to make these scattergram charts. And so just so I can just show you quickly how to do that, you take this here, the height and the weight, the variable and the independent variable and the dependent variable. Highlight all the way. He highlighted the letters too, the 2 top letters. He did not highlight the sums. So stop before you get to the sums. And then he went to, you can either go to insert charts. You can insert and go to your chart. Or if you have like mine is right there. I go to my charts. And for me, I have scatter. I know that some of the other computers, it was under other. But for me, I just click on that scatter. And then I push the mark scatter, and it makes that. Then you have to click on one of these dots, and because he wants you to add a trend line. And he wants you to do this for each one. Like for the weight, the height, the age, every one of the different things that we have to measure. And then so when you click on one of the dots, you can either right click if your computer does that. Mine is, I put 2 fingers and I click, and then I say add a trend line, and then it gives me these options. I just choose the first one. Basically, I just need to look at this. What he wants us to do is, by looking at the trend line, which one do we think is more reasonable, which one is going to be like, do we think that is going to show the more accurate measurement, things like that. Just by looking at this trend line, which do you think is going to work the best? And I can't really describe that any better, but that's just an educated guess for ourselves. The R is what's going to really determine for us which one is going to be really the best. Okay, so we'll work on the R the next video.